Hello, hi, welcome back. Hello, this is Rafa. Welcome to another page in my homesteading diary. Things were not broken, and I tried to fix it, even though at the time I saw no evidence of those things. Here the peppers are looking extremely skimpy because I had to cut them back severely. But here's a golden Greek pepperoncini, and it's just now starting to give me flowers and little peppers. So I'm excited about that because I love pepperoncini. This one right here is a giant Korean chili pepper, and you know, I had pruned it so hard I didn't think any leaves were going to come back, but I see tons of leaf growth, and you would not believe how bare this was looking when I first cut it. So I'm kind of proud of that, and as you can see, I have some. This is a hot lemon pepper. All the new leaves, you see all the new leaves coming on. This is a purple beauty pepper. I'm pleased to see new leaves coming there. You can still see some of the brown damage. Okay, I think I stopped here at the rainforest pepper. Now this is off to a slow start. Oh, well, not so slow. It is kind of tall here, and I guess I'm gonna need to stake it. It's grown a lot since I pruned it. And when I pruned it, you guys, pruned everything, that was about maybe a week ago. So now we know that the hot peppers are slow to produce anything, and rainforest pepper is supposed to be extremely hot. This is a Keystone resistant giant sweet pepper, and first of all, it has been so slow in growing. I don't even know how it got its name. I don't understand. Resistant to what? Because the leaves obviously have been chewed on, and the growth is stunted. I'm not sure what's going on with her. Okay, here are two that I don't know what they are. Right here. And then here's some. I did not think this one that I cut practically I did cut all the leaves off. And you know, they say leave at least a third of the leaves when you're pruning for photosynthesis. I just took it all off, and that one little pepper was on there, and I said, okay, it's just gonna die. But look, leaves are coming back. Leaves are coming back. So it's not over till it's over. These I will be harvesting. What kind are these? I have an old tag here. Let's see what it says. Oh, it's just a sweet banana pepper. So, obviously on there too long, I'm coming to get it because it's trying to turn red. Here is mint. I think it's spearmint and peppermint. This is another sweet banana pepper. And here's another sweet banana pepper. You guys, I'm just so thankful that these peppers are even making it, because you have no idea how harshly I had cut these all back. Okay, there's a sugar rush stripy tomato. And now let's go to the trellis. Okay, this trellis was looking lush and very full, and I had a huge Georgia Northern candy squash growing. It was at least 2 feet long. I'll insert a picture. And I left it on here too long. It got sprayed along with everything else. Looked out the next day, it had dried up and fallen to the ground, busted open. I had some Crenshaw melons, no, cicada melons. That I had about 5 cicada melons. They all dried up. All of this was overnight. That BT is no joke. No joke at all. Now, I came and pruned, and so I have a lot of leaves. For some reason, after I prune, a lot of leaves die, but then everything looks healthy again. Now, here I have some loofah. That one, obviously, I'm going to be cutting down if it doesn't fall down on its own. I'm not even sure why that didn't quite make it after getting that big. But there's another loofah there. And here's a loofah. There's a loofah. We have one there. We have one here with a little wasp on it. There's another one. There's one over there. There's one tucked up here. Here's one with the bee or wasp. Well, that's not a bee, a wasp on it. Okay, that's one that has something has bored into it. Squash vine borer, I'm guessing. But all of this was completely full with that Georgia Northern Candy squash, and that whole vine had to come out because between the squash borers and that spray, I just did a number. Now, my chayote vines are still nice and green, no signs of squash vine borers, so I'm just waiting for them to decide to make their appearance, because even the ones on this side look very green and healthy. So, oops, get out the way. So that looks green and healthy too. Here's a Crenshaw melon vine. The base looks kind of iffy, but everything else is still green on it. And I think it's gonna be okay. Now, here's Sugar Rush stripy pepper that I'll be harvesting. And this little guy right here was struggling from the get-go. Right out the gate, he was struggling. And I probably should have just discarded him when I was thinning out my seedlings. But I gave him a chance, and he was making a valiant effort finally. And then I sprayed him, and now he's back to struggling. But I see some little leaves coming in. Let me see. I don't know if you could see, but there are leaves coming in here, and down here, and here. So I'm gonna go on and let him do his thing. This was a volunteer tomato that I had to completely strip off all the branches because of my efforts. But there's some left here, and I don't know what kind of tomato that is. Here's another pepper that all of a sudden is doing well. And I planted jicama in here. Spaghetti squash has long since been gone. This is making a comeback. This is a Purple Beauty. This is where the loofah starts, one of them. And here's where the other loofah is. Just 2 were planted and they're producing. The Gaia melon is history. I planted another jicama. Here's another Purple Beauty that's kind of struggling, but he's making an effort. There's one peeping at you. She's peeping at you. I wish you all could have seen when, but you'll still have time, when the geraniums, before I destroyed them, were so big and pretty and vibrant and red. Okay, there's a Sugar Rush stripy that's trying to make a comeback. Here are some shishito melons. Shishito melons. Shishito peppers. It's pretty loaded. This will be my second big harvest off of here. And this is another Sugar Rush stripy that's trying to make it. She's trying to make it. You could see some of the brown leaves that I had to leave. But I guess now that she's getting more leaves, I can go on and take those off. Okay, let's move to the next area. This medicinal bed was so full. I mean, you almost couldn't see any of the soil. I had to cut everything back very, very severely. But you know what? In hindsight, I think it needed it. Now, this right here is a grapevine that I just set there temporarily. I'm going to put it in a pot. I have some little baby mulleins coming back there, and I've decided I'm going to move all of my mullein. There's more of that lemongrass that I have everywhere. This is hyssop, and this is valerian root. This is valerian root as well. The astragalus, I see some little leaves coming on. There's some leaves coming on here. You probably can't see them, but I knew not to give up on her. She got hit hard. There's some mullein. There's some more mullein. Let's see, I'll work my way over there. The calendula all died, but from what I understand, this is the time of year to plant the calendula in seeds anyway. I think they prefer cooler temperatures, so I'll just throw some more seeds in here. This is purslane that I had in my sun tea. This is all heal, and I saved that. My lavender, she's looking burnt, and she's trying to hang in there. Sage, doing okay. She's making a comeback. This is echinacea. My Roman chamomile, you can see that's toast down there. My pineapple sage was huge. It was probably double this size, and I cut it back greatly because it was giving so much shade. It was starting to kill off my sage, my garden sage. So I cut it back. That's rosemary. Let me come around. Here's chicory root right here. It was a lot bigger, but this is what I have left. I had to cut, a lot off. The lemon balm, you know how lemon balm gets big. That had gotten huge, so that got severely pruned back. My Zuda Levana, I love the Zuda Levana. She struggles with me from time to time, but of all things, she's hanging in there. This calendula died. This catnip was huge, and I had to cut that back also. Now, back here, down this little alley, I'm going to bring in soil, and I'm going to plant some more of my medicinal herbs in this area. And I'm going to put all of my mullein back here because the mullein really gets too big for these garden beds. Here's the second bed. This bed actually did not receive a lot of damage. I don't think I had sprayed it that much. Here's a little eucalyptus, my stevia, another Zuda Levana, curly leaf parsley, lemon verbenas hanging in there. Here's another echinacea. The oregano, is going to creep and do what it wants to do. Now, I thought this was a dwarf honeysuckle, but I'm not sure. I might have to go to Plant ID and see exactly what it is. Here's tarragon, one of my favorite herb spices. Tarragon, and of course there's more lemongrass and another mullein that I'll be transplanting. I did have horseradish and milkweed in this bed, but I've relocated both of those, as you will see shortly. And I'll be putting seeds down for something else. This channel promotes the goodness in life. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. And above all, prosper, and be in good health.